Hey dear viewer, before I talk about what I've been doing on RuneScape, first I'd like to mention some other things. In the last episode I said I refused to use overloads at Rush of Blood. Well, I'd like to explain this a bit further. Personally, I don't use overloads at relatively easy bosses or mobs. For example, I won't use overloads against Iroots, I won't use overloads against Glaciers, I won't use overloads against God Wars bosses such as Siliana, Kriara, and the others. I won't use overloads against the Queen Black Dragon either. For me personally, it feels like a waste if I would. I can kill all those aforementioned bosses easily enough without overloads. Bosses and sub-bosses. When do I use overloads, you may ask? Well, as you've already seen, I use them at Araxi, I use them at Corp, and I use them at other top bosses. Like, if I were to fight a Calphite King or Nex or any raid boss for example, I would definitely use overloads. Also, one more thing I'd like to say about last video. I got some more info about the God Biscuits. It turns out that if you own 200 of them, if there are 200 of them in your bank, then you won't be getting any more. So, I consider that some pretty valuable information. Freak of Height, he or she posted that in the comments of my last video, so a big thanks to him or her. Because of the arrival of Vic the Trader, I've chosen to suspend Soul Reaper for that week, so I could fully concentrate on getting bonus XP for him. Also, today and the past 3 days was the easy rotation for Araxi, and I chose to suspend that as well, also to focus on Vic the Trader. So the blood dice have just been released and the hype is absolutely real right now. So that's why I think it's a good idea to start with some elite clues. The first one I got from the Dwarven Instinct aura, and as you see, the initial reward isn't good at all. 174k, it could be a lot better, but it could be worse too. I especially don't like the arrows, but luckily I had a chance to reroll and I took that chance. And this time rerolling worked in my favor for once. It more than doubled the reward value. That's pretty insane. It's no blood die or any die for that matter, but I'm happy. I'm pleased with the Armadale Plate skirts. The anti-fires will come in handy. Mahogany locks are a great reward, and I really love those Royal Dragon Heights as well. The second elite clue comes straight from my aquarium. The rewards again aren't that great, and once again I get arrows. I don't want those, but I do like the seeds. And those prayer pots are pretty nice too. Even though it's only 167k, it's not too bad. After killing the skeletal horror, I got this elite clue. And the reward is also a horror. Only 135k. That is far below average for an elite clue. It's probably the worst elite clue I've gotten in a while. Sadly no rerolls this time, so I have to be happy with those firelighters. Which I'm not. Slayer isn't really a priority of mine. Well, I just did some Slayer this week because I had a daily challenge. And it so happens that I completed another Slayer task. This is my 1271st, and I gained 20 points from it. I didn't get anything special from the monsters I killed. I only killed like 37 or something. So, I just did the bare minimum of Slayer. I've spent quite a bit of time gaining bonus XP for Vic the Trader, and one of the minigames I did is Cabbage Facepunch Bonanza. My, that's a tough name. And you know, it's actually a pretty fun minigame to play. Well, as long as there aren't any players who are in monkey form, and as long as everyone stays together. So I reached the renown points limit, which is 4k, and you can choose to either buy bonus experience in farming or in Slayer. I thought it would be a good idea to distribute my renown points evenly. So 2k in farming, 2k in Slayer. You can also get bonus experience in mining from it, but I think Barbarian Assault is a much more effective way to gain bonus experience in that skill. So that's why I only chose farming or Slayer. The bonus XP rates aren't as big as in Barbarian Assault, but it's still not too bad, you know. I do like that you can save up to 4k points. I'll definitely be playing more Cabbage Facepunch Bonanza, especially when it's in the minigame spotlight. Of course to prepare for when Vic returns the next time, cause I think that'll happen again. The players love it, so Jagex will listen. And like I said, it's a fun minigame to play, and now it's time for some Barbarian Assault. Starting this minigame can be quite scary. agility, because you really have to know what to do. You don't want to let your team down, of course. And if you don't know what to do, you'll probably get yelled at, especially with people who are usually there. Some can be rather elitist, and in the time I've spent there, I've got yelled at quite a few times. Luckily there was also someone who helped me with the defender role, for example. But once you get used to it, it's actually a pretty fun minigame. You can get a lot of bonus experience from there. I don't quite understand why it's not more popular. Well, obviously I don't really care too much about bonus experience. However, now that Vic the Trader is back, I do care. I'm going for enough bonus XP for at least 200 points in each skill that I can trade at Vic. I've already gotten 100k XP from Skull or Haiti. I don't know exactly from who. I didn't have to gain a lot of agility XP and Barbarian Assault anymore. However, I did gain over 400k bonus XP and agility. Why? Because it's that easy in Barbarian Assault. And like I said before, I don't get why it's not more active. So everyone grinding for that 99 agility or agility master cape, definitely come to Barbarian Assault. Go to the clan chat BA Games. And even if you're playing with experienced players, it's still possible to die once in a while. Just like I did right here. The healer was just too late. Half a second after my death I got healed. Oh well, those things can only happen to me. Luckily I got it on video. Also, for some reason my fellow attacker was saying if you can attack, don't attack. At that point, the guy already died more than I did. So it's pretty funny. For mining, I wanted to get at least 400k bonus XP. But, you know, as I said, Barbarian Assault is really fast bonus XP. So I went further and got over 500k bonus XP. That'll get me some nice points at Vic. And as I said before, my fellow attacker also died a couple of times. And here's a clip of him dying. Yeah, at least my death wasn't self-inflicted. Did you see the constant hundreds on him? Yeah, that happens when you don't pay attention and when you don't switch attack styles. So who needs to learn to attack now? When it comes to fire making, buying points from Vic is very expensive bonus XP wise. The base cost for 1 point at Vic is over 2k bonus XP in fire making. But, like I said before, Barbarian Assault is really good bonus XP. My aim was to get at least 500k bonus XP in fire making, but I went way beyond that and got over 800k bonus XP in fire making. Once I'm done getting bonus XP from Heist and Stealing Creation, then I'll probably return here. Also, after this week I may return to Barbarian Assault during minigame spotlights. I still have to get all the rewards from it. So I'll definitely be doing that. And to end my small chapter of Barbarian Assault, I want to once again repeat the French chat of Barbarian Assault. That is BA Games. It's written the way you hear it. So I did a bit of heist too, and I got 228 points. I plan to just spread them evenly between hunter and thieving. I guess 300k in each skill should be enough for 200 points, and I ended up getting 400k in each skill, so that'll definitely give me 200 points. Since I'm not a big fan of Heist, I just did tie games. For that I went to the French chat of Heist for XP. Also, the great thing about tie games here is that it's pretty much AFK, so I could do other things while I'm gaining bonus XP in Heist for Vic, so in my opinion that's a double win. And for the final stretch of Vic's week, I went to Stealing Creations. Now, I didn't play this minigame a lot, but I've played it before a lot of times, and it's a nice minigame. However, there could be some improvements. For example, Jagex should enable search. It'll make things much more enjoyable. And I mean, we've gotten used to search by now. Also, I don't really see a reason why search shouldn't be enabled. Also, another thing Jagex could add, instead of having 5 different kind of arrows, there should be just one. I know that years ago this wouldn't be a good idea, but now that damage is based on the tier of weapon, then it doesn't really matter what kind of arrow you use. Jagex should let us make arrows that have the power of C5 arrows. Different level of clay should give a different amount of arrows. Well, it would be kind of like how it works with runes. So it would put ranged and magic at the same level in Stealing Creation. Also, I guess Stealing Creation could kind of use a graphical update. The graphics are really outdated compared to today's standards. It doesn't really matter that much. I'm sure that one day Stealing Creation will get its updates, and then the graphics will be updated as well. Pretty much like how they did Barbarian Assault last year or 2 years ago. For Stealing Creation, I used the Fast SC French chat. To play Stealing Creation, it's always best to go there. I've been playing with that French chat for a long time too. I managed to stock up on 2,305 points. But like I said, I didn't play a lot this week. Most of the points I already got many months ago. It's basically my loot from the Master of Clay title. With those points I can get bonus XP and a lot of skills. So I'll do this off screen because there's a lot of planning involved. And that's all for now. Thank you guys for watching, and I know the video is a bit shorter than otherwise, but there's not a lot of variation in gaining bonus XP for Vic, so there's not much to record. But I wanted to get my next video out there before Invention, which is planned to be released tomorrow. This video features a lot of Vic the Trader, and I know I haven't shown you how many points I have yet, but I'll do that in my next video, and I'll also show what I've bought from him. Definitely check it out. And of course, don't forget to like this video, and of course subscribe if you want to see more. But most importantly, let me know what you think about it. If you have some tips, suggestions, you name it, leave them all in the comments. Farewell for now.